they're all on the monopoly board of commerce. If you're sitting a sole proprietorship or a partnership or a limited company or an LLC or any derivative of those on the monopoly board, you're going to have to report in line with the statutory constraints that govern all of those structures. You're going to have to report everything to the tax authorities, to the regulators. You're going to have to comply with a whole range of statutory obligations. If you're sitting on the board, in most cases, you've got to report what's going on to the owners of the monopoly board. You might call it an income, but in reality, it's not, because there's no definition of income. If somebody pays a subscription, is that an income? Well, you might call it one and you might declare it to be one, but it isn't an income either, because there is no definition in any tax manuals. Gains, profits, income is not defined. It just goes round and round in circles. It says, if you make a profit, it means you've made a gain. So you're going to have a look at, what does gain mean? If you've made a gain, it means you've made a profit. So it just really goes round and round and round in circles and never gets to any definitive what it actually means. You go into your local church and you put a £10 note into the donation. There's like a tray or a plate, donations plate. What happens if you put £10 donation into that plate, that donations plate? Is the church going to say that's an income or a gain, or are they going to say that's a church donation?
I would have thought the latter.
I think I know the answer. Yeah. So they don't call it an income; they call it a donation, and a donation is not taxable income. You put a ministry on the monopoly board, and your customers become envoys of whatever it is that your ministry believes in. Your community is your customers, if you like. So pick any corporate venture. If the customers are buying or they're subscribing or paying fees for those benefits, they must believe in them. And then your customers, which become your community or your private members association. So whatever the business is, it has to have some kind of a mission. It's doing something to achieve an outcome, and that's its mission. So let's suppose that you convert your commerce into a cause. So your mission becomes your cause.